Okay, this session we're going to look at doing the treble stitch, or the UK treble stitch. It is one of the most common stitches used in crochet. So what we're going to do, what we first need to do is we need to take the hook and we need to put it under the yarn to create another stitch. And then we work either into another stitch or a space, and in this case I've created a foundation chain, and so we're going to work the hook through the middle of the chain, which gives us 3 stitches. Then we're going to take the hook and we're going to put it away from us and hook the wool into it, and this is where we pull the stitch we are creating through the first one, and that leaves us with 3 stitches. We create another stitch by putting the hook under the yarn, hooking the yarn and pulling it through 2 loops or 2 stitches, which leaves us 2 left, and we repeat the procedure of putting the hook under the yarn, hooking it and pulling it through the remaining 2 stitches, leaving us with 1, and that is your first treble stitch created. We're going to repeat that procedure, and that is the hook under the yarn to create another stitch. We put it through a gap or another stitch, or in this case the middle of the chain, to create 3 loops. We create a 4th by putting the hook under the yarn, or the yarn over the hook, and we pull through the first loop, leaving 3. We then create another loop by putting the hook under the yarn and pulling that through 2 of the loops, leaving us 2. We then take the hook again, putting it under the yarn and pulling the last stitch through the last 2 remaining and leaving 1, and that is our second treble. And we'll just repeat that once more. So that's the hook or yarn over the hook, through a gap or a stitch, giving us 3 loops, hook under the yarn and hook the yarn that you've just hooked through 1 stitch, then the hook under the yarn, hook through 2 stitches, leaving 2 left, then hook under the yarn and last through the last remaining 2 stitches, and that's how we do a treble.